So now that we completed the HTML table project, I'm just going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to work on something called, we did this earlier, called CSS. I'm going to hit the back button. And this back button, she goes over a couple of styling IDs, classes, right? So I'm going to explain this to you very, very easily. Okay, so this is not very difficult. You don't have to go through this entire process, right? What I want you to do is go here and type in CSS Cheat Sheet, just like so. Now the website I use, okay, there's htmlcheatsheet.com. There's a bunch of these websites. Some of these get pushed down a little bit. I like this one, Simple HTML Guide. It's one of my favorite ones. So it's very easy to use. Now there's an external CSS, internal CSS, and inline CSS. Okay. So how does the CSS work? Well, let's make things very, very simple. Let's go to the top and let's play with what we already have. Okay. Using inline CSS, that means it's in line with the tag. To change the color, I simply type in, very simply, style equals color red, just like that. I'm sorry, a semicolon before that, right? Just like this here, okay? I'm going to save it, and I'm going to refloat it, and there we go. My first web page is red. Okay. Now, if I wanted to add more commands, I simply add commands right after that semicolon. So what kind of commands can we do? Well, there's tons of commands. There's background color, background image, border, font size. I mean, you can change all sorts of stuff, and you have to play with it. Now, the colors you can use is you have all sorts of colors. Okay. The name of the color that you're looking for is here. Okay, and then this is your hexadecimal is here. We're gonna skip hexadecimal. Basically, if you put in the color as hexadecimal 0, 0, FFFF, you're gonna get aqua. I'd rather just put in aqua and be done with it. Okay, it'd be a lot easier. So to give an example, if I want my background color to be, let's say, I don't know, we had a red, so we want, let's say, I don't know, I use gray, but let's just use gray. Just a lot easier for me. Background color is gray. Okay, so I go back and I type in right here after the semicolon, but before the quotes. Okay, background color is gray. Just like that. I'm going to save it. Rewrote it. And it's not showing. Why is it not showing? Okay, I made a mistake. It has to be colon. I'm going to save it, refresh it, boom, background color is gray. So notice if I make a mistake and accidentally put an equal sign, right, just like that, your code will not work. Okay, so your code has to be pretty much exact. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save it. Refresh it, is great. Okay, that's inline CSS. Now, what Judy talks about also here is internal and external CSS. So, right, if you notice, this link that she has here is referring to an external CSS. We're not going to really cover that. External CSS is the same as internal CSS except for one line here. What we're going to do is focus on internal CSS. Okay? So basically she has an example here. We can just cover example H1 color header, right? So let's just say I wanted to put in here, just like this, H1, okay? I'm sorry. I'm going to put in style, like so, okay? So within this head style, within the style, I put in all the inline CSS, okay? And I put in H1. And I want my H1 to be color red, but they have color blue. I want to put blue, they have red, just like that. And I'm going to close it, okay? I'm going to save it, okay? And I'm going to load it, and watch this. Look at that, this color is blue, okay? However, there's a bit of a problem. The problem is if I have another H1 tag, and I put in hello again, right? What color is it going to be? Okay, save, reload. uh-oh, we have a problem. Now, what if I want this one to be red, or this one, let's say I want this one to be blue, and this one to be green. What do? Right? I have an issue. So this is not the best way to do it, right? So what's another way to do this? Okay, and I'm going to simply comment out here. I'm going to go ahead and take this line out for educational purposes. Okay, actually I'm going to go ahead and take it out, and I'm going to use something called an ID. Now there's two ways to do this. You can do ID or class. So an ID is pretty much what is going to be described here, and it's going to be defined with, let me find it. It's right here. ID is going to be with the hashtag, just like here. Okay, and this hashtag will define, okay, what color is going to go where. So if I'm going to put in ID, I'm going to put in hashtag color 1, okay, and I'm going to define color 1 to be color equals blue, just like that, okay, and I'm going to put in hashtag color 2, and I'm going to put color equals green, just like that, okay, and I'm going to save it, obviously, and right here is where I put my ID. I can put ID equals color 1, and here I can put ID equals color 2, just like that. Save, reload, boom. One is blue, one is green. What if I wanted to swap them? What if I wanted this one to be green and this one to be blue? Well, let's just swap the numbers, 2 and 1. I save it, and I refresh it, boom, it changes. So look here, the ID, if I see ID color 2, it will look for what? A pound sign. The pound sign's, pound sign color 2, the color is green. Here, ID is going to look for a pound sign for color 1, and here the color is, I apologize, blue. Okay? Now, the problem with the ID is it only used once. So if I use color 2 again, twice, right, it's not going to work. Boom. Oh, it did work. Oh, look at that. It did work. Huh. So that's one way to do it. I apologize for Master Mark. Color, it will work. Okay? But let's do something a little different, something called a class. Another way to do this is called class. And in classes, the difference between a class and an ID is that ID uses pound and class uses dot. So we can use something called color 3 or whatever I want to call it, you know. And I'm going to type in color equals pink, just like that. Okay? And I'm going to just do that. Now, I want to change. What do I want to change to pink? Well, let's change my list to pink. Dot, type in class equals color 3. Boom. Once I do that, I save it, and my ordered list should be pink, just like that. Okay? It's very simple. So your class here refers to the dot. The ID here refers to the pound, and whatever you designated to do, it's going to do. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to point that out, and that should be the end of the video. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions.